One.
We are live.
Welcome to the 2020 APCA Virtual Conference. We here at the Party People are really excited to bring you the best in virtual events, as well as customizable and shippable options to make your semester awesome. From virtual scavenger hunts, to testing your knowledge in pub trivia, to knocking out COVID worries with a cuddly Stuff-A-Bear, the choice is yours. Personalized psychic readings to figure out what the future holds, messages of hope and optimism are what we do. Virtual live talent, from two-time cancer survivor Karen Sullivan to Peter Callahan's help with mindfulness to beat stress, to the adult content magic of Jim Spinato and mind-shifting mentalism of Marshall Manlove, we've got you covered. Time to build? How about lava bead bracelets, pennants, or air plants? We can kit and ship those too. Check out our full line of photo options in a virtual world. This 2020 school year, Party People is here to make this year the best it can be. Enjoy the rest of your APCA virtual conference.
Hey everybody, welcome to APCA. I guess you're still at APCA and we're just chiming in here for a little bit. Hi Dave.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Hi Tom.
How you doing?
I'm good. And Kim's joining us. How are you, Kim?
Oh, good. How are you? Hi, APCA.
Couple of things before we get rolling here this evening. First thing is make sure to follow us on the APCA profile. We want to make sure that we get as much information out to you following up for the conference if there was events that you're looking for. We're doing a full line of virtual events. We are also, for folks in the Mid-Atlantic area and the New England region, we're also still doing live events. And, hey, why not throw in some shippable, kittable novelty, right? We'll be a production company too.
If I go over to this way, I get blocked out. Why do I get blocked out? Let me change the, why do I get blocked out? Who is that, Tom?
That is Gilbert.
Gilbert is in our profile page on the APCA workplace. Gilbert is our newest employee and he lives underneath our sandbags. We are going to, Gilbert's going to go sleep right now.
I saw him the other day. He was going towards that little brook that you have in the back.
Yeah, so Gilbert hangs out, and we're going to come back to Gilbert in a little bit and maybe do a chat room challenge for anyone that's logged in. And that's all I got right now.
No, that's fine. I think the main thing for anybody that's just joining us right now is do we want to hit a few highlights of what we're going to be doing here for the balance of our half hour,
let's do that.
All right. We are going to be bringing with us in live here around 9:30, Jim Spinato. Jim is a performer, does live hypnosis events, but virtually he is going to be doing a little bit of explanation and maybe some tricks under his Not Your Kids Magic show. I think it's important to note here that it's for mature audiences. So if you're easily offended by some profanity, you might want to mute or not come in at 9:30. But for those of you who don't mind that stuff, come on in and join us at 9:30 for that. We're going to do some bingo. We have some people lined up and are excited volunteers to participate with us in some bingo at around 9:45, somewhere in there. We'll talk a little bit about some novelties, how we ship, how we kit, some of the things that we've been doing here since COVID times started. And if we have some brave souls that want to bare their soul to the APCA Nation, we will do a live psychic reading.
Oh.
Yeah, so
it'll be nervous. I don't want to know my destiny. I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah. It's not scary. Most of it's and then we have some other speakers. We're going to run some video commercials on Karen Sullivan, two-time cancer survivor, one of the most hopeful and optimistic people you're ever going to meet. In these times, certainly an uplifting message and something that can be customized for your campus. And what else we got? pub trivia scavenger hunt. Do a little demos on those if we have some people, and follow that up with a speaker that by the name of Peter Callahan. Peter's a heck of a good guy too. I mean, mindful-based stress relief is something that has kind of taken the corporate world by storm. I think it has a lot to do with a guy by the name of John Kabat-Zinn back in the 70s, who took kind of took the esoterics and the mystic stuff out of Buddhism and quantified and calculated how mindful-based meditations and stress relief can add to happiness, productivity, things like that. Peter's got 3 different programs, and you can bring them to your campus as well. And then from there, we're just going to wing it. But that's sort of the lineup for this evening. Tom, do you have anything to add?
Excuse me. Not a whole lot more. I will be talking in just a bit about what we have to offer in the novelty realm. We've spent a number of months trying to come up how to do what we do on site virtually. It's kind of a tough thing to do, but I think we figured out what to do.
Well, I gotta be honest. I mean, for people who are just joining us, they probably don't know a whole lot about Party People, because we're working with a lot of folks from around the country, where normally, our main base of operations is the New England region from a live capacity. But I am in an office in Pennsylvania and handle things very differently than you guys up there. So why don't you just tell people a little bit what happened when all this nonsense started back in March?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, we were just about to start our busy season, where we send teams and teams of people out on the road to go to various colleges and high schools. But that rug was pulled out from under us. I think everyone, not just us, not just our company, but everyone in this industry just kind of took a couple weeks and said, what are we supposed to do? But we got together, we put our heads together, and we figured out how to get people engaged and together online and have a good time. Hence our name, the Party People.
Party People.
So
Yeah, no, that's really good. I mean, I gotta say that, I mean, obviously, we all know that I'm not the most creative guy in the world, but I will say that I'm not too easily impressed either, and I'm very impressed with the things that I guess the word of 2020 has been pivot. The Eric and his staff at APCA have done a nice job in pivoting and making this conference something that can be meaningful to everybody, and we're happy to be joining him for that in that endeavor. But what you guys did up there in taking things that, I mean, let's face it, we're a live events company. We were founded on that. We've been doing that. We can't wait to get back to doing that full time again. But I can honestly say that I think virtual is here to stay because of the quality of the programming that you guys have created.
Seeing that, we're going to pivot right into a Jim Spinato video. Remember, it's not your kid's magic show, mature audiences only.
You guys ready for the show? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage world-renowned magician Jim Spinato!
Julie, do me a favor. Julie, just think of a card. Just think of any playing card, and when you have it, just say, Jim, I have it.
Jim, I have it.
Julie, in a real loud voice, yell out the name of the card that you're thinking of.
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Fuck. Someday. No, fuck, I'm not that good at that. Oh, wait, watch. I place the handkerchief in my hand like this. Oh, when I say three, just yell out the magic words, okay? Abracadabra, all right? You really good. So when I say three, yeah. When I say three, just yell out abracadabra. Here we go. Ready, boys and girls? 1, 2. Are you ready? I mentioned Viagra. She's hugging her fucking boyfriend. Ready? 3. And look, boys and girls, a handkerchief. Holy shit, Jim! Holy shit, Jim! Disappeared. But you know where it went? Let me show you. You see this little trap? You see this little line right here? With me, that's kind of like a little trap door. And if I open that trap door up, holy shit, Jim, would be appropriate. So we'll do this one more time. This time, when I say 3, yell out the magic Hawaiian words, come on, I want to lay ya. And watch what happens. You ready? If I have a kid back there, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Goddamn handkerchief. Holy shit! Holy shit! What is wrong with you people? I will tell you where the handkerchief went, though. You have to look at me. Oh, Lorna. You have to look at me because, look, this is the tough part. No, that's not between the tits, sir. What the fuck is wrong with that guy? I'll get it. Well, look. Come on, holy shit. That shit, you cheap bastards, that was a good trick. That was a good Matt, the goddamn cards are blank, Matt. Holy shit, Jim. How does that work? I don't know. It's a good fucking trick, but look, look, you pricks, all the cards are blank. Except, wait a minute, hold on. Except for, except for one. Except for, what could it be, buddy? It could be the 9 of clubs, bitches. But it's not any 9 of clubs, because when I pull this out of here, there better be one corner that's wait. Because if this corner mat matches, you know what I'm talking about. If it fits here, it'll be a fucking miracle. Are you ready? Look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yay! Jeez. Look at you people. Wow.
Who's Gilbert looking at?
What?
Gilbert's looking at Mr. Potato Head.
Look at that.
Oh.
Nice. Hey.
How are you, Jim?
Look. Oh my God.
Wow, look at who's here. He's even more handsome in person.
You know what, man? I miss you so friggin' much. It's pathetic. I do.
You know, this is the best we got, Jimbo.
I know.
Look at each other virtually.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? Shit happens.
That's right.
What are you gonna do? Everybody good? Everybody happy?
Yeah, indeed. Everybody in APCA world just saw your video.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was from the casino, man. The casino gigs have been lots of fun.
Yeah.
Have you done a lot of them? Are you doing a lot of them?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing a lot of casino gigs?
Yeah, I'm there 3 nights. I'm there 3 nights a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've suspended my hypnosis shows until the 1st of October, I think. Yeah. So
Okay.
I've been back since June 27th, but we suspended the hypnosis shows until the 1st of November. So I'm doing strictly magic shows now. So 3 magic shows a week, and then when I kick in with the hypnosis shows, that'll be like 2 a month there. So I'm there like, I don't know, a dozen times a month. It's pretty cool.
Do you like it? Do you like it there?
Kim, I like you.
Oh.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, Dave, holy shit.
No.
Yeah, Kim, it's nice. It's fun there, man, because yeah, it's a casino. It's lots of fun.
Yeah. What casino is it?
Mohegan Sun Casino.
What
I
was that?
spent 5 years at Foxwoods, and then I spent the last 5 years of the Mohegan Sun. So total of 10 years with this club.
You've been doing the same act, the magic one too? Or is this new?
I've been the house hypnotist for 10 years, but I've been the house magician for going on 4.
I never knew that.
You know,
And
a
did
lot of people,
all your own stuff? Do you come up with your own stuff?
yeah, a lot of it's my own stuff. What's weird is everyone knows me as a hypnotist, especially in the college market. But I made my living as a magician way before doing hypnosis. But
Did? I didn't know that.
yeah, man, it's fun. It's fun.
Oh,
This
that's-
part of your broadcast is brought to you by Mohegan Sun. Back to the regularly scheduled.
Look, am I the only one who got fat, for God's sakes? All you skinny bastards, look at you.
Well, we haven't been eating like you, Jim. We've been starving out here.
Well, they said stay 6 feet away from people. I can't stay 6 feet away from my refrigerator.
No kidding. I know. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. What else is happening? How's this little thing going for you guys tonight? Good. Looks like you got a crowd.
We have a crowd on Zoom. We're doing fantastic. APCA is treating us well.
Good, man. Good.
You know what the cool part, Jim, is? I don't know if you've seen too much of this yet, but like we're getting more dates from around the country. I mean, obviously, when we were doing live shows, we couldn't have handled a lot of that to begin with. But
Yeah. A lot of people have said that to me.
we got people that want to participate here tonight from northeastern Illinois and Hawaii, and I mean, there's all kinds of really
Oh,
fun.
I would love to be in Hawaii right now. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of my performer friends have said the same thing. Yeah,
Do you see a virtual world lasting when live returns?
I have no clue. I just did what did I do? I just did 5 college gigs the past 2 weeks, and once that ended, it was like they were all outside gigs, and they were on football fields because I can't do a hypnosis show inside, I don't think. So when that ended, it was like, wow, when will I be able to go back and do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, obviously having been a part of this for a lot of years. I mean, there's a lot of people in concert production and I mean major stadium kind of shows. I mean, they're still sitting on the shelf.
Yep.
We subbed out a couple of events to a guy who has worked 6 gigs from March 9th until today.
Yeah. Listen, I went from 200 shows a year to just a casino gig. It's so weird, man. I was talking to this kid Matt Franco.
Yeah.
One of America's Got Talent for 5 years. I'm really close with that kid, like really close with him. And I was talking to him the other day, and he hasn't worked. He's done nothing. Vegas is completely shut down. Nothing. So I'm glad to be working at least at the casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been great. We've had such a loyal client follower base. I mean, we've been, I mean, knock on wood, we've been busy.
Well, you know what it is, Jimmy? It's your charming personality.
It sure isn't this ugly mug, but thankfully I'm only on the phone most of the time. Yeah. So it's a different world. Everyone's adapting, and see what happens, man.
What's that noise? What are those noises?
Not
Did
me.
you get them?
Jim's got a whoopee cushion.
Nah,
I
not
know.
me,
Here,
man.
what is that?
Must be Tom.
Do you want to do a couple of tricks, or do you want to just chit chat with us?
I would love to just chit chat with you because I miss you.
Yeah.
Aw.
You know what? Well, why don't you do a couple? I mean, you don't have to do any tricks or anything. Just tell people a little bit about. I mean, they just saw your video, so the folks that are watching, why don't you fill them in on what you do if they book you virtually?
Well, as you see, I do an R-rated comedy magic show. When I got back into magic, I haven't done a kid show in years. I didn't want to do that, obviously. My niche is adult stuff. So what you saw is what I'm offering the college market. It's not your kids' magic show. I'm going to drop a few F-bombs. It's really different. The way you saw it.
Yep.
Actually,
It's not. I keep billing this as this is not your kids' magic show, and that's how it's billed at the casino as well. Comics Comedy Club presents Jim Spinato's Not Your Kids Magic Show. So.
Do you actually do magic? Is there magic really in that, or is it just
Yes,
funny?
there is, Kim. No, Kim. There's magic, Kim.
I couldn't tell what was going on.
Thanks a lot, Kim. Thanks.
One by one, hard to tell if you're really doing magic.
Oh yeah, no, it's stand-up comedy magic. I mean, I did that for years and years before doing hypnosis, and
That's great.
then when the club called me, when the club asked me the club asked me 4 years ago if I was interested in doing magic as well. I went yes. So I just put that old stand-up comedy magic act that I did back together, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm the oldest, fattest, luckiest guy you know, man, because I'm doing a casino gig 3 times a week. There's lots of fun. I really want to bring this magic show to the college market too.
They would probably love it.
Yeah, I think again, it's not it's just not it's not a rabbit out of the hat shit magic show. You saw it's pick a fucking card. Is that you fucking it's
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I swear a lot. I like the F-bombs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different. That's all.
Exactly the same way I talk to my kids.
I was just talking to my granddaughter today. She's at the
F-bomb.
My granddaughter's at the University of Iowa. I'm putting together something for her, and yeah. So that's it. What else can I tell you?
How did you get started in this?
Say that again.
How did you get started in this? Like, did you go to school for like
The hypnosis stuff?
Yeah, and the magic stuff? How did
He
you
went
get?
to comedy school. I know it. Yeah.
What did you say, Tom?
I think he went to comedy school.
Is there a comedy school?
Yes.
You didn't go to clown college, did you?
I was about to say they used
Arts school, like for the arts.
there used to be Jimmy. There was a clown college in Florida many years ago.
Yeah.
It was a 6-week program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys went on to Ringling Brothers.
It's funny because I actually know a guy that is in a different association that actually graduated from clown college, and he told me all about it. That's how I learned about it. I actually thought it was I didn't think it was a thing, but it actually is.
Is it Neil? Are you talking to Neil?
Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine went on to work for Ringling Brothers for many years after that. But yeah, I started magic when I was a very young guy in high school. I started the magic stuff. And then I made my living as a magician for years. And it wasn't until 22, 23 years ago when I wanted to get in the college market. But at that time, magic wasn't popular. So I decided to switch over to hypnosis. It was easier for me to book myself as a hypnotist in the college market back then. That's how I got into hypnosis. But magic has always been my thing for years since I was a kid. Yeah.
Okay, so you're at an event and you have 10 people. What if none of them go under? What do you do?
Wow. Funny you should say
Has that ever happened?
What happens if no one volunteers? That's the worst case scenario. And that's
Under.
in all these years that's happened to me maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 times.
It has?
3 or 4
That's
times. Yeah, it sucks. You can't. Yeah, if I'm a comic, I could perform for one person. They don't have to participate either. But as a hypnotist, you need volunteers.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that little bridal shower that we did for you those years back?
Oh my God, funniest thing I ever seen in my life.
I still remember that.
Still to this day has no idea what she did.
Is she still married?
Well, we showed her the video, and she's like, Kim, I had no right. She was.
Yeah.
She was dancing. Let me tell you.
I miss doing it at the casino because the casino crowds are, so that too is an R-rated show. The hypnosis show is an R-rated show.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun.
And I miss doing that. But one day I'll start up again pretty soon. So,
that was on that day though. That was awesome. That was the best for her.
That was years ago though, right? I mean, how many?
She's got to be married 28 years, 30 years.
God, how old am I? Holy
Me and
shit.
Dave are married. How many years, Dave? Let's see. 26, gonna be 27. So she was married after us, so maybe 25.
I won't even tell you how long I've been married. So.
How long? I want to know. It's a good
Well, I've been happily married for 7 years.
What? How many?
Say hi to Rick.
Where are you, Rick?
He's down-
Rick!
he's
I'm here.
Listen,
I'm half in the dark. How's that? Is
I
that
want to
better?
stop. I want to stop making big money again. So I want to start making big money so I can live like Rick DeStefano on a boat.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys are paying him too much, but I love him.
Well,
Yeah.
Jim, we've got a.
Jim, why don't you tell everybody about the hypnosis show you did at First Night in Milford when you embarrassed the crap out of me in an audience of about 1,000 people and in front of my family.
You must be thinking of
I
something
bet you
else.
don't remember that, do you?
Well, I remember working that Milford gig, but I don't remember the show specifically. I embarrassed you. You must have been an asshole that night. I don't know.
Nah, it wasn't embarrassing. It was uncomfortable for my mom to see what you made that young girl do to me.
Oh no. First of all, I'm. Okay. I seriously don't remember. I do remember working in that room.
At least you didn't make your mom do it to you.
Got that going for it.
I can honestly say, and it's been a lot of years, Jimmy, as you know, it'll be 30 years that we've known each other next year.
Wow.
Yeah, when you walked into the office after your former agent, and Dave and I were just getting started. Yeah, that was many, many moons ago.
My former agent's still in business, I hear.
Is that right?
I think we're talking about the same person.
Yes, DC. I mean.
Oh no, David. No, he's been long gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought we were talking about somebody else. Yeah, Dave Cohen. He's been out of the business for years.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't know, but
yeah.
I remember those seeing you at a college gig and doing the R-rated hypnosis show. Some of the stuff that Rick was talking about. I mean, that's another great program. It's just a matter of that's.
Thank you.
It's got to be live, right?
Let's be clear though. My hypnosis show is R-rated. Doesn't mean it's like no one's naked.
No. I know. No, yeah. But I mean, the great part about that program is it can be actually rated. Because I mean, let's be honest. You've cleaned up that show for the Coast Guard Academy. So
well, listen, I remember nights. I'll tell you who. I always do R-rated shows. Always at University of New Haven. Always University of New Haven and Sacred Heart. And I clearly remember doing an R-rated show at one of those colleges, and then going to another college and doing a squeaky clean show.
Yep.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
Jim, you know what? It's quite convenient that you have that perfectly timed clock over your left shoulder, because at 9:45, we've got to bring in 4 people from the waiting room to play bingo.
So I'm going to hang up and thank everybody, and good to see you guys. And
Hi.
Hey, good seeing you, Jimbo.
Hey, thanks for hopping on.
Always good seeing you, Jim.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Take it easy, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, people, while we get Tom to bring in our bingo participants into the room, we'll have Jim banter a little bit, and I'll get ready for bingo, and Tom will get ready for bingo, and we'll get this started.
All right, just a quick reminder to everybody out there who's not participating in the bingo, but maybe watching, please follow us on the APCA profile. The APCA profile, party people, will get you in, and we'll be doing some different things on that profile and offering some different options. While these guys are setting up for the bingo and readying our participants here, couple of other things we're going to be reviewing as the evening progresses here. We're going to be going over some various novelties that can be either kitted and shipped as a grab and go for your campus. If by chance you're doing it live and you're somewhere in the Northeast, check us out that way. And following that, we're going to be doing some psychic readings live if we have some folks that want to sort of bare their soul to the APCA world. And then we're going to have a couple of things with some purposeful programming speakers, Karen Sullivan, Peter Callahan, some pub trivia, some scavenger hunt stuff, and maybe a few other surprises depending on how the evening goes in terms of timing.
So it looks like we've got Vivian and Alejandro from College of St. Rose, right
Woo!
a bit north of us, up the road. And we also have Ray Joyce from, I believe, Northeastern Illinois University.
Wow, that's far.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Everyone's
Still eating.
We're going to play some bingo, and whoever out of you three, and we had 3 other people that may join in shortly, we'll see, but whoever gets bingo first is going to get a $25 Amazon gift card. If you are
Wow.
the winner, you see Jim Gillespie in the Brady Bunch boxes here. You're going to chat with him privately and tell him your email address, and he'll get your information, and we'll get that gift card out to you tomorrow while you're still virtually at the APCA conference, maybe.
Wow.
The way
Yeah.
this is going to work, if you're familiar with Zoom, which I'm sure you are, you're going to pin the Party People bingo. Once I make it, you're going to make that the biggest one. Tom is going to start being the bingo caller, and he's going to explain the game for you shortly, but we're going to make that, you want to make that the biggest screen so you can see the calls, but you'll also hear it. The way to win, if you all get it at the same time, it's the first one to put bingo in the chat, and you're going to do that one to everyone, not just to Jim. So get your chat ready to say everyone, and the first one that I see that says bingo will win that gift card. And I'm sort of delaying to see if Alvin, Crystal, and Emily join us, but to delay that, I will hand it over to Tom to see if I missed anything. Tom, the floor is yours.
Okay, excuse me. Again, welcome to our virtual bingo tonight. We're going to be playing, I think, about a round of bingo. And bingo works the same way bingo has always worked. We're going to call numbers that pop up on our virtual little bingo balls. And once it's going to be any pattern. So any diagonal line, any 5 numbers in a row. Okay. Give me one moment. I'm just going to mute myself for a moment.
Hey, Dave, if you want to wait a couple more minutes to see if those other folks join us, we can most certainly see if Vivian and Alejandra and Ray Joyce want to unmute. We can chat a little bit with those guys.
Let's give them 2 more minutes to see if they hop in, and just want to make sure with our 3 participants that you successfully got the bingo cards and you have them in perfect. See a thumbs up from Vivian.
Ray Joyce said she has 3. Alexandra, yep. She said she has.
Perfect. So how is life up at College of St. Rose, people? So give us a thumbs up.
Oh, they can't talk back to us. They have to just chat.
Nope.
That's fine.
Vivian just unmuted. She's good.
Oh, she is? Okay.
Yeah.
And are you,
Great.
Hi.
Hi, how are you, kiddo?
Hello.
saw Ray Joyce in one of, I think you were doing something in one of the showcases, volunteering for something, didn't you?
Oh, for Matthias the hypnotist.
Yeah, you guys have.
I felt bad. He was all like, I need people. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't put makeup on yet, but okay, fine.
I hate when you don't do that.
So, yes.
You did fine. Northeastern Illinois University. Correct?
In Chicago, yes.
Awesome.
Wow. That's far.
Right.
What's Sure. What's your major?
Oh, I'm a staff there, so I'm the
Oh,
advisor.
you are. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you for thinking I might look like young enough to still be in college.
They take that as a compliment, right? That's
It's
awesome.
either that or you're telling me to go back for my doctorate, which
Oh, that is funny. Oh, that is so funny.
All right, Mr. Rosa, are you ready?
I am ready. How does everything sound?
Everything
echoey.
Whoop.
does sound echoey.
So I have to mute my other computer. How do I sound now?
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's get the game rolling here, and I will keep an eye out. Remember, first person to write bingo into their card is going to win the gift certificate.
Okay, here we go. Let's get the first. Again, this is any pattern, any line. Here we go with the first ball. Oh, 68. Oh, 68. Okay, let's go. New ball. G56. G56. I-28. I-28. I-27. I-27. G49. G49. I-17. I-17. I-16. I-16. What are the odds? Pretty good. B3. B3. I-18. I-18. G58. G58. N40. N40, our first N. G46. G46. G57. G57. I-26. I-26. N39. N39. N37. N37. G52. G52. I-29. I-29. G47. G47.
Anyone getting bingo? We have a bingo. Let's check it. Let's make sure before we.
Alejandra, woo!
Alejandra, can you A, take a picture and put it into the chat, or B, hold it up to the screen so our hosts can see it. One of the two. Is that possible?
Hold on, she's gonna come over. We're in the same room.
Oh,
All right.
Here we go.
You can just hold it up to the camera.
Yeah, I gotta plug the remote. Oh, can you see? No. Okay. You call out the numbers. Oh. I have my little sheet. What? Sorry, we're a mess today. Sorry, I'm a 57, 46, 52, 56, and 47.
Woo!
We have a bingo.
Thank you. I was so close.
All right, Alejandra, if you can put your email into the chat for Jim Gillespie, he will get your information and we will
Thank you.
get out that gift card to you tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Now, if on the off chance that anyone would like to come back in and get a psychic reading, we could do that in about 10 minutes, but that's up to you. But we'll preface that by saying the psychic reading would be live on the Zoom call, not into a breakout room. So if you'd like, use the same number, log back in if you want to in about 10 minutes.
Is it a tarot one or is it psychic?
What's that?
Is it a tarot reading or is it like a psychic reading?
Jim, is it tarot or numerology tonight?
I can do whichever you would prefer. If it's a broad reading, it would probably be best to do numerology because it's a little bit more unique and it speaks to skills, abilities, traits, kind of motivating numbers, more like having an outline for your life. If it's a specific issue that you're looking to resolve, then tarot is probably better. I can do either.
Thank you.
We can do one. I can put Vivian back. I can put you back into the waiting room and you can hang out and we'll get right to you if you want to do that, or you can log back in.
Doesn't matter. Whatever.
We'll I'm going to move you to the waiting room and we'll see you shortly. And Alejandra, we're going to move to... And Ray Joyce, thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you're having a great APCA conference and seeing a lot of good stuff for your university.
I have. Now I just have to be overwhelmed and organized and look at everything before tomorrow.
I know it's a lot, right?
It is.
A lot.
It is. But thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks.
Well, thank
for
you.
joining.
thanks for coming out.
Well, now we're going to, for a couple minutes here, Tom, would you like to talk to us about virtual novelties and shippable events?
Sure, I would love to. One of the many obstacles that we had to get over in the past months was how do we provide novelty stuff to you when we can't come to your school. And one of those is to do it all virtually via Zoom. We have a multitude of events and products that we can offer your students that we can do over the internet in various ways. But let me just go through some of the products we can provide. We have everything from, well, now my coffee's cooling off, but color change mugs, to enameled camper mugs,
Nice.
to card caddies. These are little card wallets that you put on the back of your phone. Actually comes with a little, the custom design is actually a wipe for your screen, so you can wipe it down. And tried and true. We have street signs. Oops. Wow, the green screen was the best idea ever. With a green sign. Various customizable products that we can provide to your students in a variety of ways. We can take a bulk order. We can put your school logo on a bunch of mugs and they can be sent out to your students, or students can log in to a Zoom meeting and place orders, such as like for street signs. You know, give us the words you want and they can watch us make it right there, then and there, and we just take their address and we send them the product individually. What else are we offering this year? Brand new, no surprise, custom face masks with any kind of design, from names to full bleed designs. And let's see what I have in my box of goodies here. Another thing we're offering is our kitted shippable products. Now, these are products that normally when we do on site, the students come to a table and they might actually physically make something. And I like these products because they're more involved. The kids actually get to do something, they get to make something. Simple things like sand art, which might be hard to see on the screen. But a kit of sand art with sand, bottles, and all the tools you would need. Scratch art, which are painted cards in various designs, and you scratch off the black coating to reveal the colored the color underneath, and you can draw and make designs if you like. Make your own lava beads. Let's see. It's horrible to see, but you can have aromatherapy kits sent to you, or make your own dream catchers. Everything you need to make a dream catcher. And in this trying time when everyone is stuck on their island, another thing that we offer are message in a bottle kits. Now these are bottles that you fill with sand and tiny shells and little island type things. And then you put a note inside and then you cork the top and then you can send it in the provided box to a friend. Message in a bottle. Send out your own little SOS. The cool thing about these products is that, yes, you can order these products from us. You can get scratch art, you can get dream catchers, you can get all that, or you can order what I like to call the quarantine kit. You can take a variety of things that we offer from everything that I just showed you, or you can look on our website and there are other products like Zen Gardens and Air Plants and Lucky Bamboo, and they can all be put together in a kit. And your students can be sent a quarantine kit, quarantine arts and crafts kit.
Awesome.
What else are we offering? We are offering, for years we've been offering Stuff-A-Bear. You order a variety of animals from us and we provide the stuffing, the unstuffed animals, custom t-shirts, and a birth certificate and a star or a heart that you put inside the animal, similar to Build-A-Bear, but not quite. Well, we offer Stuff-A-Bear kits. Now, these are kits that can be sent either in bulk to you and distributed on campus, or can be sent to students working remotely at their homes. In the kit, you would get an animal, a birth certificate, a heart. See, I opened the wrong box, so you would get prepackaged stuffing and a custom shirt with whatever you want on it, whatever design you would like on it. You would get that all in a kit. Again, they can be provided for the individual or sent to the individual or sent in bulk to your school. And packaging can be provided where you kit it yourself and distribute them on campus. Let's see what else I have. If I can open the right box. One thing we've been working on is virtual paint nights. And there's a few ways we can do virtual paint nights. And yes, we are still doing paint nights in person, but if you're too far away from us, or if everyone is working remotely or distance learning, as they say, then we can do an online paint night. Now, what would happen is that we would send you everything the student needs to paint a picture. Now, they're smaller scale than what we would normally do on site, but they would get paint. They would get, seem to have lost a brush. They would get brushes, and they would get a blank canvas, 8x10 canvas. And via Zoom, we can do a paint night instruction. Students have to provide a small amount of things like paper towels and cups of water, but that should be readily available wherever they are. Another option without instruction is to offer pre-printed canvases with any design you want. You can get a canvas pre-printed with a design. It's actually silk screened on, and then the students are also provided again with brushes and paint, and they can paint to their heart's delight. They can paint it any way you like. It's like paint by number without the numbers. And they do get a small amount of instruction, a little sheet on how to use paint. That is our virtual paint night.
Hey, Tom, you know what? I've got some questions coming up in the chat that we're going to come back to the shipped and kitted novelties. But let's get the people in the waiting room their psychic reading and have Jim explain that. Then we'll come back to you. How does that sound?
That's perfect.
Okay, so let's transition here to virtual psychics. And Jim, take it away, and I'm going to bring Vivian in at the same time.
Okay.
What?
Sounds good. For everybody out there who may be interested in doing a virtual psychic fair, it is something, one of the first things that we did in the springtime. And I think there's a couple of things here. The first step is that in these kind of trying times, and I don't want to assume everybody's coming at this from a different perspective, but there's an awful lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of impermanence. And I think one of the things that resonated very quickly to a lot of students on campus was the people who are in an optimistic and excited mood and understanding where the world is headed in a positive way. We're still excited to do the event as they would if it was happening live on their campus. For those students who are having a little bit of a more difficult time understanding what's going on, why is it happening, how's it going to affect me, how's it going to affect my major, my career, do I need to take a gap year, whatever that might be, those kinds of things were coming up quite a bit. And what we found is that this is a program that I think will remain once we re-engage again in a live format, simply because doing a virtual reading allows commuter campuses to be engaged. They might not be coming to a late night event, let's say, but they can engage, and we can do this via Google Docs. It's a live document, so people can sign up. If there's spaces, they can sign up for a different reader, a different reading. If they can't, they run into some conflicts, they can take their name off and somebody else can fill in that time slot. But generally speaking, it's about a 5 to 7 minute reading per student. So it's not a full blown, like you would go and pay for one of these things in a tourist location or to an advisor if you do that regularly. But it's a nice teaser reading, and it's a quick and easy way to have some fun on campus, off campus, virtually, however it works. We book a lot of different readers, a lot of different disciplines. Some of the more traditional ones are tarot cards. I should say best known, palmists, numerology, runestone readings, crystal readings, astrology readings, and we also have gotten a couple of different disciplines that have also gone really well virtually, separately, or they can be added to the psychic fair, in handwriting analysis and auric readings. So, but the auric reader is somebody who does painting. So that's also really, really cool. That's a very specific discipline, very difficult to find. So we do that as well. But
And you know what? We also astro dice readings. I learned that the other night when I was on with our Katie, the aura painter, that she wants to do astro dice readings.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, the one thing that I want to tell everybody out there who may be considering this is that, you know, we don't profess to know how this works. We're not necessarily saying that there's a good understanding scientifically of how this stuff works. So we market it purely from an entertainment standpoint, but it is purposeful in the sense that when you open your mind up to the opportunities for considering things that may not be well known or understood scientifically, it's something that is beneficial to virtually everybody who does one of these. And I for our guests here who are going to be opening themselves up to doing this for an audience, I would say that the main thing that you want to look for is things that you know to be true already in your own life, looking at your reading as a validation of the things that you already know to be true, because we don't challenge religious beliefs, we don't get involved in anything like that, and we do not talk about negativity or any kind of like scary stuff. I mean, it's not a freak show like, you know, like some people think it might be, or, you know, you're gonna find out the day you're gonna die. None of that stuff happens. It's really just an uplifting experience and a positive thing that validates what you know to already be true in most cases, or is leading you in the direction that you probably are already going to begin with. So I am more than happy to do either. The three disciplines that I work with are runestones, angel cards, and I chose angel cards because it is much more of a hopeful thing than some of the dark interpretations of traditional tarot. And the other one is numerology. Numerology, as I was explaining a little while earlier, is a better reading to do more of a broad outline of your life, looking at skills, abilities, those sorts of things. What you express to other people, what you desire, what motivates you, and then the life's lesson that you chose to come into to experience. So that's more of a broad reading. Or I used the angel cards for anybody who's looking for a specific thing that they're trying to get an answer to that they might be wrestling with. So if either one of you wants to give it a whirl, I am ready to go.
Well, I have an idea, and since it's live, we're winging this.
Sure.
Get rid of this. Here, we can get rid of this flyer so you can see me here. What if we did this? What if we took one volunteer and did it live, and then I could create a breakout room, and the three others could go into the breakout room while I show a Karen Sullivan video or a Peter Callahan video. Would that work?
Sounds perfect. Yeah.
All right. So out of the four here, who wants to go live right now? And then I'll create some breakout rooms for the other three. Gabrielle, you want to go live right now? All right. So Jim, take it away with Gabrielle.
All right, I gotta find Gabrielle in there she is. Okay, hey, how are you? All right, do you wanna unmute so we can talk a little bit? Oh, gotta go to a different room. Oh, there we go.
We're all in the same room.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. I'm sorry about that.
Fine.
So Gabrielle, what is it? Don't necessarily tell me what it is that you're looking for an answer for, but do you want to do a broader reading, or do you want to do a specific kind of looking for a problem resolution kind of a thing?
Let's do broader.
Broader. Okay. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do some numerology for you. This could be a problem. Dave, this is saying that it's going to stop other participants.
I'm going to stop my share. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. Let's get rid of some of this stuff behind us here. All right. So we are going to go to new reports. What I need here, in order to do this and get the chart up for you, and I'll explain this as we go for our audience, but Gabrielle, I need your full name as it appears on your birth certificate.
Gabrielle, do you need my middle name?
Yeah, if it's on your birth certificate, I do.
Christina.
Spell that for me.
Phris.
I'm having a difficult time hearing. I'm sorry. PH?
CH.
PH, sorry.
You're good.
R?
IS.
Yep.
TINA.
Okay. Yeah, that was just mask muffle. Sorry.
No, you're good. And then Canzano, CANZANO.
All righty. And your date of birth?
September 15th, 1999.
Okay. So what happens when this happens here is we're converting everything. The computer program does this for me. So you can see the screen here. I'll try and expand this a little bit so we can see what we're looking at here. I usually, when I'm in a like a virtual reading, I'll have this preset, but we're kind of doing a lot of different things. But you can see here, there's a whole lot of different numbers that I'm looking at. And these are, like I said before, these are kind of like having like an outline for your life. It's not something that you think about when you think about normal numbers. But what happens is the letters are converted over into numbers, and it's Pythagorean in history. And I don't get into this with everybody that I talk to, but just for people who may be watching it. It is a very, very ancient discipline, and it's a conversion of numbers from letters of your name into what would be classically known as vibrational energy. The theory goes that we are beings of energy, and that the lower the energy form, that's what causes mass. That's where we are. So basically, we're going to be talking about 4 numbers. It's the day on which you were born, which represents the skills and abilities, sort of your toolkit for life, how you express to other people here, what they see when they look at you, what you kind of present for public consumption, what you desire down deeply, or what drives you or motivates you that you don't necessarily share, and then what your life's lesson is. So with that, I would normally, and I will do that real quickly just to emulate what we would do in an actual reading. I'm going to set the clock for 5 minutes, and I'm going to tell you everything that I am picking up on you within that 5-minute time period. So it's 10:21. We're gonna make this go until 10:26. And at that point, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome. The time's yours. You can ask me any questions as we're going. Are you ready? She's ready. Okay. Yeah, no, I forgot you're muted. The number 6 down here in this screen is 6s are very, very sociable people. They're really good in a social environment, very aesthetically minded, meaning that they like nice things. And that includes not just material things, but that's also like nice sunsets or whatever it might be. Artwork, beauty in all of its forms. 6s are also very, very loyal and decent people, very responsible, very willing to take on the needs of others, helping them out in any way, shape, or form that they can be. There's a bit of a maternal instinct with you. You kind of got a lot of mom energy going on. And when I say that, I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to have children or anything like that. What I'm saying is the 6 energy is very, very maternal in the support of your friends. And what happens here is it's a number of balance and love and service. So when pressed, you're always going to show your authenticity. You're going to become somebody who is reliable, responsible, and helps out. What you express to other people is somebody who is very expressive. I'm not sure if it's a social expression or maybe it's a creative expression. I don't know if there's some drama, dance, music, poetry, anywhere where you can present your own Gabrielle and put that, thinking metaphorically here, putting the Gabrielle onto the canvas, creating and being someone who's expressive and sociable. What that number says is there's a lot of open territory for you. There's going to be a lot of outside the box thinking, and we'll come back to that in a minute because it's counterbalanced by the 7, and I'll explain in a minute. But the 3 energy is very, very strong in terms of I know this is going to sound kind of hokey, but when you give to the universe gives back, and then it expands and it expands and it expands. So your opportunities for travel and seeing the world and really not being inhibited or limited in any way are very, very strong. Make sense? Okay. Up here, we've got the soul urge. And what this number tells me is that you are very, very idealistic. You have a perfect vision of the way the world should be. And as part of that, you also have a very strong intuitive side. Let's just say that you're sensitive. You can read people, you can read places, you can read situations. You pick up on energy very, very quickly. You also have a little bit of extra stress, a little high anxiety at times. That can hit you at your solar plexus. So when you're stressed, don't be concerned if you find yourself getting a nervous stomach, let's put it that way, butterflies, that kind of thing. The 11 energy also, this is just kind of some fun facts, has a lot of wild ideas, things that you think of at midnight, 1 a.m. You probably will never do it, but you have such a strong and active mind that you can bring anything to fruition that you believe in and can manifest it. You also have a lot of really strong psychic gifts. So I just want to put that out there. If you have dreams that come true, if you have deja vu, if you have anything like that, it's really, really, it's a strong skill for you. I see you clapping. So that tells me that you know what I'm talking about. All right. A couple of dangers here. Not real strong in your chart, but there's a little bit of procrastination along this line. Okay. So be a little bit careful about balancing out your work ethic. The other thing is you have a very limited tolerance for stupid people. So that's just one of those things that kind of goes along with it. But again, spiritual idealism is your motivator. Down here, we have the number of a 16-7. The 7 life paths is learning the lesson of analysis, wisdom, and understanding. Now, this is sort of my own take on this, but I also add the word faith. Because what's really important here is that as you learn to go through life, you're going to find yourself challenged by major issues. Why do bad things happen to good people? What's the meaning of life? Why is this coronavirus happening? What's behind it all? Those kinds of things are really, really important because you've got a very active mind. You're a critical thinker. You manage things very, very well. A plus B equals C, but you also take larger concepts and you rein those in. So if it's theologies, theosophies, if you're studying that, you're going to be very good in that because it's also very spiritual and very esoteric and very psychic. So you've got a lot of intuitive skill here. But that 7 number tells me a couple of things. It's a good counterbalance to this 3. The social energy with this 3 and this 6 and that 7 are very different. So your friends already know this about you, but there are times when you need to pull back and really find your own space. Am I right? And in that time period, that's when you're going through that that critical thinking and analyzing and trying to come up, this sounds like it's a little bit much, but it's like you subject everything to critical review. It doesn't matter whether it's a critical project or something like what you're going to wear tomorrow. Everything kind of goes through that process. And then as a result of that, you're an outstanding problem solver. You also can crack yourself up when you're the only one in a room. You're very sarcastic. You have a way of staying on the outside and then firing the zingers from that outside perspective. Sevens march to their own drumbeat. They create their own path in life, and that path in life is something that is very much unique to Gabrielle. So an outstanding chart, lots of opportunities here. When you're talking about careers, anything, almost anything goes. Like I said before, that strong mind from a career side, if it's a scientific realm, A+B, concrete results, you're going to be excellent with that. If you're trying to take larger concepts and rein them in, theologies and theosophies, you're going to be excellent with that as well. So the long-term path for you in terms of a career standpoint is very good. I do want to touch on one little piece here from a relationship standpoint. This number's karmic. So what happens is relationships may be difficult for you to maintain, at least early on in your life, okay? I'm not going to air any dirty laundry here. If we were in a private chat room, we would talk a little bit more about that. But the main thing that I want you to understand is that, a lot of people, and you've got this strongly in your chart, you're very good at compromise. You can see you're very tactful, you're diplomatic. You also are willing to take on all kinds of people's problems. You just have to be very careful in finding someone that thinks like you think. Okay. Most people will talk about, opposites attract, and that may be true. But in your case, Gabrielle, you're going to want to find somebody for your long-term love interest that thinks the way you think, that shares common values. And because when you disrupt your moral code, when you do things outside of your boundaries in life, that's when things will implode. And it doesn't mean that the relationship doesn't have good strength and capabilities within it. It just means that you may find that kind of difficult to maintain unless you find someone just like you. So we'll wrap it there. The alarm rang a little bit ago, but I wanted to hit the high points on all those major numbers. I will normally do it much more quickly than that, but I wanted to show people how this all fits together. Any questions?
Jim, if you could stop the share.
Yep.
All right, Vivian, you have a question?
Oh no, it's me. It's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Oh, sorry.
I have questions, but I just want to say how very spot on that is. I mean, when you saw me snapping, it's because I'm a practicing witch. So
Awesome.
when you were talking about like all the intuitive stuff and the spiritual stuff, we were all kind of like, that's me. And the karmic relationships, I've realized a lot lately because I've been really researching that. So that kind of hit on too. So
yeah, if you want to go in the chat room, we can talk a little bit more privately because this is live for everybody. There's a couple of key points in there that I can help you out with. But yeah, it's again, I'm glad it was spot on. I mean, I've been doing this for 24 years and I do know that it works. I can't tell you how exactly it works. I just know that there's a connection to whatever you believe spins the planets behind all of this divination tools. And it's extremely helpful especially in these times when life is so uncertain for all of you as young people. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
All right, Jim, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to say I would definitely love to talk to you about the karmic aspects at some point.
You got it. Dave will put us all in breakout rooms in a little bit.
I'm going to do that right now. And honestly, I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to give this a shot. Because this is live. So obviously you guys know how to, not obviously, but I'm assuming you all know how to use the Zoom breakout rooms. And I've already assigned Jim to the breakout room. And I'm going to put Desiree, hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm going to put you in there first. I'm going to open up the rooms, and then once Desiree is done, we'll get to Hannah and Alejandra. And Vivian and Gabrielle, you're in the same room. Is that it?
All four of us are in the same room.
Oh, all right.
Well,
Oh,
if you got, hey,
fine,
Dave,
fine.
let me throw something out. Can you put all four in the same room with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go off the live screen and then I'll do one for each of you.
So Hannah is
There's
in
five
there
of us.
too?
Sorry.
5. Okay. So 5 people in the breakout room plus me.
And Vivian? Yes.
Yep. Vivian, Alejandra, Hannah, Gabrielle, and who am I missing?
Desiree.
Desiree, sorry.
All right, so I'm going to open up the rooms. Accept that, and
I'll see you guys back in the live room and whenever this is done.
okay. And that should leave Tom and I. Tom, I am going to go right to Karen Sullivan here
Okay.
and see what happens.
Because we start to hear different ideas and we get overwhelmed. I am not here to tell you everything you're doing wrong. I am here to say, think of a few new things that towards the direction of where you want to be right. And at Sesame Street Live, we had at the time 3 tours that were traveling. Inevitably, one was on the West Coast, and so I had to stay at work because I had to work more. And I kid you not, I think that I became a workaholic because I didn't want to work out. And I really think that's the case. And so but I did see for me that the recipe for my success was just to keep working and working and working. And when I realized is that I wasn't taking very good care of myself, but at the time I didn't know that. There's all sorts of modalities out there that help us be well, that help us heal, whether that's cancer, whether that's depression, whether that's any type of diabetes, whether it's, throw out there whatever our hardship may be. It doesn't always solve the problem. Sometimes it could, but it oftentimes makes it better.
And I thought I was being really innovative by doing it. Then I found out that a lot of folks like you have already been thinking about that. So please talk to everybody very honestly. What about sodas and cocktails and all those things?
Oh, my substitute is infused water. I know it's not the same, but you start to like it and you start to crave it. And there are so many great fruits, especially the citruses that you can use, that make it refreshing and that actually will fill you up. Choose infused water over the Coca-Cola. However, if you need to meet halfway, try a kombucha. It's fermented tea, it's bubbly, and it has a strong taste to it, so it kind of meets you halfway. A lot of people claim that they're too busy to be active. What I'm all about is taking small steps towards better health. So for people that are out there that want to try something new, it's a great way to start any one of these apps. It gives you a sense of positivity and good feeling, and so it takes you to a little better place.
Thank you, Karen, virtually. Tom, I've got Mr. Potato Head up there. He can hide behind either one of the flyers that we have.
Yes.
But let's talk about the scavenger hunt first, and then we'll move on to Mr. Callahan.
Well, Scavenger Hunt is a wonderful new virtual program that we offer now. It's in conjunction. We use Zoom and the Goose Chase app, and we provide a scavenger hunt for up to 500 participants, well, 498 to be specific. 2 of those people are the hosts. And it's a really cool game. We can do it live and we can also do it remotely. We take participants, we divide them into groups or teams via Zoom, and then those teams download the Zoom app onto their phone, and they fulfill whatever missions we throw at them in the scavenger hunt. Now, the scavenger hunt, really, a lot of it isn't really going out looking for stuff. Some of it is. But it's really taking pictures of things and videos of things, and sometimes there's typing in words. And then you submit the videos and the words and the pictures, and you receive, or your team receives, points for your submissions. Now, the cool thing about it and the fun thing about it is that if every team completes every mission or task, every team's going to be tied. How do you win? Well, if you submit a funny picture or a creative picture or something that grabs our attention, the host's attention, we will provide you or award you bonus points. And that's really how you win the game. Do cool stuff in a picture and a video, and we'll give you bonus points. And that's how teams win. It's a great fun activity, especially for those who can't get together physically. You can all talk on Zoom on your own team and have a great old time. Additionally, we are offering virtual pub trivia nights. It's a bare bones pub trivia night, like you would see at a restaurant or a bar. You can play individually or you can play in teams. There's about 7 rounds of trivia each game, and we just throw questions at you. Your team works together in their little breakout room to get all the answers to the round, and then they send in the answers. If you get them right, you get points. If you don't get them right, you just don't get any points. And that's pretty much it. We've made it a little more interactive. Again, if you sounds during the trivia night, or you do something cool on screen via Zoom, we will throw bonus points at you. And past few games, they have really tipped the scales.
And along with our new chat room challenge, we'll start that on our next trivia night. And don't forget about our dance breaks.
Oh yeah, we do have a dance break. We will stop for a few minutes, and the team with the best dance on screen, well, they'll get the bonus points.
Could be any type of music, but typically we will just play something like this. Or something like this. But usually never anything like this for the dance break.
But this actually reminds me of something that I forgot to mention, Dave, about both these games. They're entirely customizable to you. If you want a scavenger hunt that's specific to your campus, your school, you can send us questions and tasks that that we will send out to the participants. So name the buildings on campus, for instance. And the same goes for the trivia night. If you want a round geared toward your school or a particular theme, you can email us and we'll get that done.
We can do a round specifically about the sport of curling.
Yes, we have an expert, or I consider him an expert because I know nothing about it, except that it's a sport and it happens on the ice.
And that's actually a great segue to get to Peter Callahan, the other speaker that we represent. Peter talks to schools, colleges and universities about mindfulness. And let's show that video right now.
Hi, my name's Peter Callahan. I'm a facilitator and coach, as well as the Leadership and Engagement Director of Copper Beach Institute. We're a mindfulness retreat center in West Hartford. And I'm really grateful for this opportunity to partner with Party People and potentially come offer your school, organization, your faculty, your student body, some of these tools and practices that I personally have found extremely valuable, and research and science are lending more and more credibility to every day. Right now we're in really unprecedented times, and there's a lot of uncertainty that we're all working with and trying to understand and try and find our new normal and work through life. And we're really excited for the opportunity to offer some of these practices at a time now when they're even more valuable. We've put together 3 different topic titles that can all be done in webinar form. Usually around an hour is a good amount of time to do each one of these topics. And we start with dealing with distancing and discomfort. So really just acknowledging the struggles that students and staff may be facing right now, and connecting into doing an exercise around our values and what's important to us. Really getting a chance to hear from each other, and that's something we want to do in each one of these sessions. Have a little bit of back and forth so the folks can really have the sense that I'm not alone. The second session is really going to be on identifying and understanding stress and how that affects our nervous system and just physiologically. And then the real benefits of mindful meditation for the college student can be a really specifically tailored session to introduce some of these foundational concepts in the neuroscience around mindfulness, but then also help really directly apply these practices and some of these concepts into students' daily lives as they're dealing with all the different struggles that they normally are, along with this, additional new challenge of the pandemic. So really hope that we get to collaborate. It'd be great to speak with you further. Thank you so much for your time today and for choosing Party People. Take care. Hi, my name is Peter Callahan, and I'm the Leadership and Engagement Director here at Copper Beach Institute in West Hartford, Connecticut. Mindfulness training has been shown through many different research studies to have a really positive impact on people both in life and in the workplace through many different avenues. Whether that's increasing our ability to focus and really be present with what we're doing, to have a little bit more regulation in our bodies, so slowing down our nervous system a little bit and being able to respond instead of react, especially in situations of conflict or challenge. And one of the keys with mindfulness training in the workplace is we don't need to take a lot of time to really see some of these benefits. So some of the research has shown just a few minutes a day can have a positive impact on our ability to be more resilient. What mindfulness in the workplace doesn't look like is a room full of people lazing around, no longer caring about their work, not having any more drive. What mindfulness can actually do is help us clarify what's really important. Slowing down and reflecting even for a few minutes a day, and just helping ourselves to settle in and maybe center ourselves a little bit, can show huge increases in our ability to prioritize and to stay focused on a task or a project long enough to get it completed. All it takes is one session.
Thank you, Peter. Peter's, I changed my hat, Tom, because thinking maybe we might have to introduce our brand new event. But Peter's one of our speakers that we newly represent in the virtual world. And let's eliminate that. Why don't you talk a little bit more about pub trivia, and I will get our brand new event ready to go.
Okay. Well, pub trivia again. We do about 7 rounds of trivia every night. I think 4 or 5 of those rounds are just me asking questions. And the way it works is we'll ask a question. We send everyone the question in the chat. And when everyone gets the questions, we send them into a breakout room so the team can work together. There's a couple rounds in there. There's an audio round where we play audio clips. They might be music, they might be famous speeches, they might be jingles, but you have to identify the clip. And there's a picture round. You get a virtual handout, so to speak. You get to see, we share our screen, and everyone sees 10 pictures that they have to identify. Might be famous rock stars or celebrities, and there's usually a theme to each round. And that's really about it for pub trivia, I think. If you're looking for a little no frills events, or let's see, not no frills, but events that are a little knowledge, not so knowledge heavy, there's the scavenger hunt, which we talked about, which is a load of fun. It's a great event. It's great for college kids. We've done it for 8-year-olds. It's just a blast. And then there's good old, which we did earlier tonight, we did good old bingo. No knowledge required, no special photography skills. Just sit and play bingo, and you can chat with your friends and have a good old time.
And in 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, we are going to be able to provide virtual horse racing. This is a short little clip of what it's going to look like. You're going to be able to vote on which horse you want to win actual live races.
And they're off. Slow start for number 1, coming away with the lead. That is number 12 on the outside, along the inside, the 6. The 8 is in between horses. The 11 is on the outside, rushing up at the rail, number 2. They race up the backstretch, and number 6 has the lead by 3/4 of a length. Number 12 on the outside, running in second. The 2 along the inside is third, and then it is number 8 running in fourth. On the far outside, number 7 is in fifth, and then it is back to number 5 running in sixth. On the inside, number 1 has gained ground now into the first 7. They start around the far turn, and number 6 has the lead by a length. The 2 running second. The 12 is dropped back in third, and then it is number 8 running in fourth. Along the inside, the 4 has gained ground now into the first 5. Along the rail, that is number 11.
So as you can see, we're going to show horse races. They'll be in an hour and a half time period. We'll get 6 races in. You will vote on which horse you'll win. It'll all be done by Zoom. We are going to welcome back in. That was perfect timing. We're going to welcome back in our students that had the psychic readings with Jim. How did it all go? Good?
Good, except I got too long-winded, so I'm going to be doing 2 other readings at a date to be determined later.
Sounds good. And we would like to say thank you to the APCA world for having us these past 2 days. We will see everyone tomorrow in the co-op buying segment of the conference. But for all of the students that were here, as you can see, I changed my hat, Jim, because we went to some virtual horse racing. So I had to put on an appropriate hat. But we hope that everyone who was on the Zoom call, but everyone who's watching, had a great conference. And we look forward to seeing you in the future live or virtually with any one of our events. And we're going to show this wrap-up video. And
Hey Dave, can I just interrupt for 1 second real quick?
Yeah.
I'm going to just chat out my email to everyone, just so that the young ladies who didn't get the opportunity to do this have my email so that they can get a hold of me.
Perfect. We'll leave that chat open while this ending video takes place, and we will hopefully see you all soon.
How was it, Priya?
It was amazing.